Good morning, delegates, esteemed chairs, and distinguished guests. I am Carrie, and I welcome you all to the FairGaze UNIC Model United Nations for West in Central India region, a wonderful platform to stimulate, enhance, and refine the skill set of.
Thank you so much. Good morning to everybody. I'd just like to begin with a little quote by Dalai Lama, and it says that peace does not mean an absence of conflict. It means differences will always be there. Peace means solving these differences through peaceful means, through dialogue, education, knowledge, and through humane ways. And I think that is what exactly all of you have gathered here, to find solutions to those problems, those issues, through dialogue, through your knowledge, through education, and look at some of those solutions. Good morning to everyone present here. It's absolute honor for me to address this young gathering. I would like to extend my gratitude to FairGaze for inviting me to be here. The youth today is driven by their passion and just the sheer drive to be diverse. They experience things, they experiment, they apply. And as you all will deliberate over deep thoughts on world crisis, peace, environmental issues, like I just said, how the world is slowly getting back on its feet post-COVID in the next couple of hours today, just keep one thing in mind. What now? What are the possible solutions to overcome these problems? Do keep that and then get into your discussions. I'm sure you would have prepared your speeches. It just reminds me of something when I look at the world and how it's growing. And when I look at myself and people around me and students, and I'm always surrounded by students, thousands and thousands of students have gone by as I've grown older in the profession. Something that I notice with people is that we're always so focused on our problems that we forget to look at solutions. And this is for real time in our lives also. When we are faced with problems, there are always solutions which are there. We just need to open our eyes to look for those. We forget to overcome these problems, and we just get so engrossed in these problems that we leave no space for thinking about the solutions. Sometimes these solutions are the simplest things to move forward, and how a crisis can turn into an opportunity. So dear young learners, I would request you that each time you're faced with a problem, look for the solution. Don't focus on the problem. Of course, the problems come, now what? Always think about now what? What can I do about it? It is there. Don't cry over that. I always love talking to children, and something that I keep telling them so many times, even in my school. And today I have this opportunity to talk to you all. Please build mental and emotional strength. Be resilient. In my growing up years, I could have never imagined that resilience would become one of the core values. However, today I feel it should be the mission of educational institutes to imbibe resilience in youth, to make you emotionally, mentally strong. And I know that one of the best ways, or one of the quickest ways, or the easiest ways to be a resilient person, to build that mental, emotional strength, is to be a sports person. I don't know how many of you saw the French Open semi-finals yesterday between Rafael Nadal and Alexander Zverev, and how Zverev had to retire because he got hurt in the 12th game, or in the 12th part of it. Something that came to my mind that, he's hurt. He's lost the French Open. He can't play any other match. He could have won today. He may have lost it. He could have moved into finals, or Nadal would have moved into finals, which he has anyways because of the withdrawal. But something that did strike me, that I know for sure that this man will come back next year, and he will come back with better strength and better training. And I've always seen it with sportsmen, that if they've lost something, they don't cry over it. They're going to say, okay, now what? Once he starts his recovery, he's going to build strength. So that is where I come from, that build resilience. While I talk about resilience, it's very challenging to motivate a generation who doesn't get very easily impressed. And I know that your generation has a very strong mind of your own, and you think about things, and which I'm so glad about, that you're thinking about issues and you're thinking about things that need to be sorted. Always for me as an educator, it's a challenge, and to reach out to you and to say, what will inspire this? What will inspire this generation? But I know one thing that does inspire you all is questions. When more and more challenges and questions are put forward to you all, that I know for sure inspires this generation. The challenges that would come in. So if you are built and if you have resilience on your side and you're strong-minded and emotionally people, then all challenges that come to you, you will be able to swim through them. I've been just going through and I get excited, and I'm a learner, so I keep reading about it, that the youth is driving so many movements to bring a change to this world, and one never knows that which one of you will drive one of those movements, drive a movement of your own or join a movement. But I always say one thing to your generation, that is that learners of today are leaders and keepers of tomorrow, with more emphasis on keepers, because this world that you've inherited, you will be making your lives in it and living in it. So I wish you all the best for your future, and also for these couple of hours while you will sit across screens and discuss most important topics of world issues. Don't forget to carry learning for days and months and years, and remember to apply that learning that you learned today. All the best. Thank you, everybody.
Delegates, chairs, and esteemed hosts, thank you for having us today. First of all, I'd like to welcome our chief guest, Ms. Neeti Balla Saini, Executive Principal, GEMS Modern Academy, Gurgaon, who has joined to invest her valuable time in connecting with us and motivating us today. Secondly, I'm pleased to welcome the guest of honor, Ms. Himanshi Vadwa, Principal, Bajaj Public School, Needed, who has graced this event with her presence. Following that, I'm contented to welcome the Executive Board members and would like to extend my special gratitude to Bhavna ma'am and Mansi ma'am, and of course, the whole FairGaze media for making this event an indelible memory of all our lives. I'm heartened to see such a large and enthusiastic group of young people engaged in global issues. Together, we represent the UN as it should be. And as responsible inhabitants from all nations, we've come together to find solutions to problems through a constructive debate and exchange of ideas. Modern United Nations is built on the base of problem-solving skills and fresh ideas. Many of you have been asked to represent national agendas or stands you may even personally disagree with, but you'll have to do so fairly and forcefully, and it's the open-mindedness which is the real essence of successful diplomacy. Practicing leadership by keeping in mind the value of cooperation, constructive debate, and diplomacy is our ultimate aim today. Challenge yourself, and at the end of the day, you will discover that you do have the skills and courage to tackle the issues that we all face even in our daily lives. Today, our motto is to propose new solutions, think creatively, and start working for a world we want to see. So by role-playing today, we are all here to establish the great caliber you possess to understand and analyze all positions from all points of view, including those that you oppose. So, in this glorious moment, I, Manju Priya, being the Secretary General of this West and Central UN, feel privileged to work with such a dedicated team that empowers and enables young aspiring minds to practice the much needed 21st century skills, have their voices heard, and bring out the world leaders hidden in them. Young leaders, I thank you all for your commitment and wish you all a most stimulating conference. With that being said, it is my pleasure to declare the West and Central Modern UN open.
First of all, I am really taking very great initiative in making students skilled, helping in leadership approach and making them confident. Modern life is very challenging, and MUN is giving different tasks to students solving global issues through research, drafting, lobbying, and debate to reach a suitable resolution. Luck is great, but life is meant to be experienced. Sometimes the only way out of stress is through it. Face struggle to overcome challenges in life. Many times battle happens to help teach us a lesson. We can either learn from that lesson or deny it. Stand tall and show the world what you are made of. When the world beats you down, find a reason to get back up again. Never give up on the success. Try and try again. Feed your mind ideas of success, not failure. Remember, the only way you can fail is if you give up. Every time you fail, you come one step closer to success. You are not scared. You are courageous. You are not weak. You are powerful.